We just got a new banner and a brand new game update, so this video is going to be full of information. If you haven't seen, then the next banner is coming out tonight actually, if you're watching this video, the day it's been uploaded. It includes 3 characters from Radiant Dawn, the sequel to Path of Radiance. We have our story protagonists, Micaiah and Soth, who aren't any surprise. However, we also get Zelgius, and I think you guys can figure out who he is. Kind of odd to see him here, but I have a theory as to what his introduction means for the upcoming banners. I'll discuss that and more toward the end of the video. Micaiah is a blue infantry mage with a decent stat line, and I think she functions sort of like a blue version of Julia and Deirdre. However, instead of having a tome effective against dragons, her Dani is effective against both cavalry and armored units. Oh boy, and that's not all. She gets an extra 3 resistance, putting her at an amazing 38 base res, and when she fights ranged armored or cavalry units, she will receive 30% less damage from their first attack. Micaiah also comes with her own unique assist skill called Sacrifice, and it's sort of like a combination of Harsh Command and Ardent Sacrifice. However, she will heal for as much HP that is missing, and her own HP will be reduced by the same amount. A very interesting looking skill, and maybe this is a signal that more debuffing type effects are on the way. She rounds out her kit with Distant Defense, Guard, and Drive Attack. If you couldn't tell, Micaiah is literally set up to tackle Braveland and Reinhardt. She will also obliterate any red, armored, or cavalry units, and she just looks like a pretty crazy unit. Personally, I think I will be rolling for her. Oh man, right after I make a video about Jafar, we finally get Soth, and he actually sort of has a similar stat line to Jafar. However, Soth sacrifices some points in HP, defense, and resistance, and with a little bit of extra stats, puts everything into his attack. This puts him at 10 more attack than Jafar, oh boy. He is now the dagger unit with the highest attack stat in the game, dethroning Kagero finally. He also has good speed, and I believe he is the best offensive spread for a dagger unit now. Soth comes with his own weapon, the Peshkats, and its effect combines upgraded Smoke Dagger and upgraded Rogue Dagger, so it debuffs all stats by -4, and then buffs up allies with +4 to all stats for 1 turn. Now this is very cool, and I think it will be a very useful dagger. Basically, when he makes an attack, he will buff up his own stats by effectively +8 compared to his opponents. Despite his low defense and resistance, he could actually be a decent candidate for a close counter build. Funny enough, his default kit literally copies Jafar, and he also comes with Glimmer and Life and Death 3. Spur attack and Speed 2 is actually really nice as well, and I believe that is a new skill. Makes sense that Soth and Micaiah both have supportive skills for each other. Overall, Soth looks like a really solid dagger unit, and I want him, but I'm not sure if I can brave colorless hell again so soon. Last we have Zelgius, who can I say has some really cool damaged artwork. He comes with Alondite and Black Luna, but also has a 3rd skill unique to him. His B skill, Warp Powder, is sort of a modified version of Flyer Formation or Hollowing Nelly's Grimmer Tome, or Takumi's Fusion Unit upgrade. He can warp next to an ally and be able to tank for them or attack a weakened enemy. Definitely an interesting skill, not sure how effective it will be in practice, but I think it will be a fine option if you don't want to use anything else. His A skill is Fierce Stance, and he will be quite scary to attack if you can't take a hit back from him. Good lord, give him Vengeful Fighter, and not many things will survive 2 attacks, plus the Black Luna proc that will be charged. Panic Paw is his C skill, but Zelgius doesn't actually have that high of an HP stat to use it as well as other armored units. Well, you may be asking why should you use Zelgius over the Black Knight? Well, if you get an attack or speed boon, then I think he is better, plus you can get some more merges in the long term faster. On the other hand, a minus speed boon probably hurts him a lot, and the Black Knight is guaranteed to have a neutral nature at least, and he's a free to play unit. You may not get as many copies to merge, but you still have to actually summon for Zelgius, and not everyone is going to have that kind of luck. Zelgius is a good unit to have, but if you already have a Black Knight, then it's not like you are missing out on some insane opportunity. Next we have confirmation of the next new Grand Hero battle, and it's against Oliver, who is also a baddie from Radiant Dawn. It will take place in 2 days, around the 13th reset or 14th for most of the world. Oliver is a blue mage, and if you're a newer Fire Emblem fan in general, then he is quite popular as a meme. I actually played Radiant Dawn probably almost 10 years ago now, and I really don't remember Oliver that much or anything of the story, to be honest. He does have some amazing art however, and they really captured his beauty. Now this next event has not been confirmed yet, however in the data mine for this update there is a Tempest Trials mini banner featuring Takumi as the final boss. If you haven't experienced a Tempest Trials mini, then it's a lot better than a regular 2-week one in my opinion. The only one we had before lasted for 1 week, but it had all the same rewards with half the score requirement. This was a lot more fun instead of a whole 2-week grind, and it has some decent rewards anyways. Now the last one only had duplicate rewards like another masked Marth. However, it's been confirmed that New Year's Corrin is supposed to be available from some type of event in January, and this seems like the perfect place for him to be given out. I also believe that they do not repeat Sacred Seals as rewards anymore, so we may also get 3 new ones as well. Look forward to this event, but I don't think it comes for at least another week. Now let's talk about the changes in Update 2.1 briefly. First off, the hero merit cap has been raised to 4,000, so have fun using your OP veterans to get some extra feathers. Next, you can now check a map before you enter into battle. This can be done in the training tower, story, paralogs, and even special maps, so now you won't have to go into Grand Hero battles blind or look it up on the internet. Of course, this does not apply to Arena, as that would be cheating. We also have 2 new legendary weapon upgrades you can obtain in the weapon refinery. George's PARTHIA and Sanaki's CYMBELINE get cool new effects, and I'll talk about those more after this. With this update, you can also craft more Sacred Seals if you missed them before. You can create Brash Assault, Savage Blow, Home Speed, Close Defense, Guidance, and Attack Smoke. In my opinion, Close Defense is probably the most consistent one out of these if you want a tier 3 upgrade. Continuing with the update, we have some new arena maps and a brand new terrain type. Trenches will now be on some maps, and they only allow cavalry units to move through them by 1 space. I believe that means they are kind of like forest tiles for infantry, so be aware of these if you take horses into the arena. There is a great UI change for skills that now let you know who cannot inherit that type of skill. This is good for clarity, and it's definitely something the game needed. Starting from the next voting gauntlet, you will no longer get matched with allies that have no weapons equipped, which is good for everyone. The weapon refinery also has a fix, and this involves weapons that can be evolved to get different names. So before, if you had a Killing Edge Plus and evolved it into a Slaying Edge Plus, you couldn't then inherit it onto another unit because the Slaying Edge Plus required you to have the regular Slaying Edge as a prerequisite. Now you can just inherit from Killing Edge to Killing Edge Plus, and then Slaying Edge Plus, and you should be fine. Remember, refined weapons with extra stats are per unit and cannot be inherited to others. Last, we have the release of the 6th Squad Assault, and the Sacred Seal reward is just another HP plus 3 type seal. Not the greatest thing ever, but it seems like we'll just be getting more simple stat boosting seals. Real quick, let's discuss Parthia's upgraded effect. It gets rid of its warding blow effect, and now if the enemy uses magic, which are tome users, then the first attack from them will be reduced by 30%. If you get this special variant upgrade, then it will grant plus 6 attack when in combat against foes who use ranged weapons. Now this is pretty cool, and I can't wait to see more people using this guy. George can be gotten as a 4-star unit, so if you're looking for a good archer, then maybe this upgraded Parthia will be worth your divine due. Next we have CYMBELINE, and it trades its old effect for basically drive attack too. Nice and simple. If you grab its special variant, then you also get attack and resistance plus 5 during combat if Sanaki is within 2 spaces of a flying ally. This is a reference to her holy guards in her game, which were Pegasus Knights. A little niche, but you can then stack this effect with another stat boosting A skill, and Sanaki will be able to nuke people even harder. I don't think this will make her overpowered, but it's an interesting ability if you plan for it. Now let's talk about what all of these updates and changes mean leading up to the anniversary. First off, something really strange is that the Radiant Dawn banner does not have an end date currently. I thought this was a typo at first, but the released video for this banner also doesn't specify when it ends. I don't think this means it will last forever, but something interesting to consider is that in 3 weeks exactly after this banner is released, we will be at the reset of the anniversary, which is February 2nd. So I think it will last until then, and then we'll get our next main banner. But what kind of banner would it be? With Zodius making a very early appearance for Radiant Dawn, I have to wonder if it signals that Radiant Dawn Ike is coming soon. Ike is an extremely popular character, and releasing him as the 1-year anniversary banner wouldn't be surprising. While the Black Knight has ties to Micaiah and Soth, he is still mainly Ike's rival in the game. I have no idea what the anniversary will bring, but Radiant Dawn Ike to combat against the Black Knight again just seems to make sense. Pure speculation, and I have a feeling the anniversary wouldn't just focus on one game, however. Overall, I'm not expecting another update when the anniversary releases, since we just got one right now. This sort of throws out the possibility of a big change getting added, such as beast units. However, that can totally be proved wrong. I mean, Radiant Dawn does have the Lagoons, so it wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing if the next banner introduced them. If they want to put out another update, then I won't complain. It's just that an update right now makes it seem like they won't be focusing on new features, and instead will probably just be focused on giving out a ton of rewards. So the Radiant Dawn banner has no end date confirmed yet, but the New Year's banner does end before the anniversary, and I feel like they're going to have something very tempting to summon on. This could be a Hero Fest type event, or maybe they bring back the Choose Your Legends banner. Personally, I would expect new heroes of some kind, whether it's special outfits or something like Choose Your Legends, where everyone gets to pick one. I don't want to get your hopes up, but it would be very disappointing if nothing good is released. Last thing to remember is that there is supposed to still be another legendary summoning event that will happen before January ends. I figure this one will have Gunthra and potentially another new legendary hero. So if you have limited amount of orbs, then make sure you spend them wisely. It's tempting to summon on every new banner, but your chance at a 5-star will still be very low if you spread out your orbs. There is still a lot of unknowns, but I just want to inform you guys of what we do know and what you can expect to see in the coming weeks. Personally, I'm hoping to get Micaiah and maybe go for Soth if I get lucky very early. Radiant Dawn isn't the most played game of the franchise, but I think it does have a good reputation from the fans who have played it. If you want to play Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, then good luck finding a physical copy. The games may have not been the best sellers, but there's a reason why everyone likes Ike and characters like the Black Knight. Tell me your guys' thoughts on the new banner, as well as the new update in the comments. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.